evening. We are ready for 3 5-minute rounds in the professional Bantamweight division. This for the vacant FSC Bantamweight title. Introducing your first challenger, standing in the blue corner. This man stands 5 feet 8 inches and 3/4 tall with a professional record of 11 wins, 9 losses, 0 draws. Representing Fit for Life from Swansea, Wales, Dino Gambatesa. And his opponents fighting out of the red corner. This man standing 5 feet 5 inches tall and weighted and has a professional record of 8 wins with no losses, no draws. Representing London Shoot Fighters from London, England, Amir, the Prince Albazi. When the action begins, your professional referee in charge, Mr. David Swan.
Co-main event time here at FIGHTSTAR 8, live from London, the inaugural FIGHTSTAR London, and we have an absolute barn burner, the undefeated Prince, Amir Albazi from London Shoot Fighters, a record of 8-0, against Dino Gambatesa from Chris Reese Academy. 19 professional bouts to his name, and the 2-touch gloves. We are underway.
Yeah, rest assured about Dino Gambatesa. He's got a mixed record because he's been in there with the best. He's fought on the biggest shows in the UK, and he's a dangerous opponent. And it seems like it's a great fight for the Prince to take at the moment, just to see where he is in his professional ranks. Because if you get through Dino, you're probably going places in terms of the domestic scene.
Albazi, very highly touted, a lot of hype around this guy. And we will see just what he's got with his stellar inside trip now, putting Dino down to the canvas. Gambatesa here holding on with an over-under, but Albazi in dominant position.
Yeah, good early takedown, gets that top position, riding that leg. We've seen it on a few occasions tonight, this smothering top game. Oh, beautiful pass. Not quite cleared the knee yet.
Albazi doing a great job here of staying very, very dominant now, inflating his hips to impose his will inside control. Dino gonna look to try to sneak and recover by shrimping, but the Prince having none of it.
Yeah, extremely strong top game at the moment. Just chest to chest here, putting that pressure down on Gambatesa. Great work.
Interesting to see how far out his basin. A lot of jiu-jitsu guys will try to sneak their knees in really, really tight here, but the wrestling pedigree of the Prince, particularly with the underhook, the way he grabs the shoulder, I love it. A lot of high pressure to make sure Dino doesn't get any opportunity.
Yeah, great controlling work so far. Might be looking to isolate that far arm. No, lets it go. Moving to a north-south position now.
The other feature that you'll see when he has his legs out that far is the way he walks around, continually moving like the arm of a clock. Extremely methodical and almost reading Gambatesa's minute movements, which gives Albazi a better indicator of where he needs to move to respond and maintain that position.
Yeah, Gambatesa just really struggling with this top game right now. To be fair, Chrissy, I mean, he's not shipped any damage, but positionally, he's just getting dominated at the moment. Crushing top pressure now from the London Shoot Fighters fighter.
Amir Albazi continues to try to walk around. You see him considering a series of attacks. Again, thinking about maybe going to work on the right arm of Gambatesa.
Just putting that forearm pressure through the jaw there. Looked absolutely horrible.
And look at that, though. Gambatesa thinks about exploding out the back door. Albazi immediately shifts his weight lower, down the stomach towards the hips. I love it. That's the most impressive thing about this kid, is his ring awareness. Sometimes when he can't even see where he's supposed to be going, he's feeling it the whole way. And that, to me, is as impressive as it gets.
Yeah, just using that crossface now, just transitioning between this low side control, moving around almost in a halfway house between side and north-south, just constantly putting pressure down on Gambatesa. Might look for crucifix now.
I think he was looking to step over and isolate that arm. He's got a triangle option here. Gambatesa knows that. Figure 4 on there for Albazi.
Reverse triangle now. Very difficult to finish, but also difficult to escape. But can also open up other submissions. Can look at Kimura maybe. It's very tough to get the pressure to finish from here. But as I mentioned, it's very difficult to get out as well.
And that figure 4, not exactly clean, more around the instep rather than the ankle.
He might look to isolate this arm, I think, for Kimura.
And there we go. The Prince, Albazi, looks to get a hold of Gambatesa's right arm and possibly pry it loose for Kimura here. Again, like you alluded to, David, he wasn't necessarily concerned with finishing that triangle. He's using it to set up what should be a successful Kimura. Wow! And it's the tap out! Amir Albazi gets it done in one. The Prince reigns supreme.
Yeah, what can you say about that performance other than just an absolute clinic on the ground? Fantastic, and to do that to a veteran like Dino Gambatesa is hugely impressive. Amir Albazi moving on to 9-0. What a prospect to keep an eye on here, because that top control and submission game is a match for any professional in this country.
Gambatesa is so tough to submit, so tough to control like that. I mean, it was almost a perfect night at the office for the Prince, David.
Yeah, it really was, and he wasn't spamming the submission attempts early. He took his time, dominated position, till he got that sort of reverse triangle, and then again, didn't even look to finish that, just used it to set up the Kimura. Fantastic work, methodical work from him.
And if you take a look at how that went down, it was the constant adjustments, almost a halfway point between side control and, of course, north-south, stepping over, eventually catching the figure 4, going to work on that Kimura, rolling his man, and then getting torque unparalleled to force the tap. Here you can see him prying that arm loose. Man, what a finish. Buddy Johnson to make it all official here in the co-main event tonight, live from London for FIGHTSTAR Championship 8.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout ended 4 minutes 30 seconds of the first round. To your winner by submissions and new FSC Professional Bantamweight Champion, Amir, the Prince of